Om Shanti. Good morning and welcome to this episode of Reconnect to your inner net. Today we are going to discuss on never enough or ever enough. This topic seems very different, and this topic is basically more than a lecture, it is a checking, self-checking. This is based on checking your attitude, never enough or ever enough. So these are two types of attitudes. There are two types of people in the world, and their different ways of living, which is making this world different at different times. And this is why we say sometimes this society is good, this type of people are helpful. So the whole scenario is dependent on this attitude, never enough or ever enough. So, when we start with, let's understand what is attitude inside. Attitude is a settled way of thinking, how, from which core you look outwards, from which feeling you are looking towards the world. This is called your attitude. Never enough attitude is a sense of a scarcity, that I am always having less of something. I am always having like I'm victim of something. So these two types of people in world, one are saviors, one are victims. There are some neutral people also, but we are talking about these two people. These victim people, they will always wait for some hero to come and save them. For everything, they victimize themselves. They feel like they are pity, they have nothing in their own, and they wait for heroes to come and save. This is, I will not say a weak personality, but this mentality has got so strong inside, they are not able to actually help others, or they're not able to help themselves in their life. So, this type of people are there, those who will always say, never enough. I sometimes some people may ask, like, never enough means I am progressive. I'm not talking from that perspective. I'm talking about resources, I'm talking about physical and emotional resources. Sometimes there are those victimizing people, those who victimize themselves. They have such a deep sense of victimizing themselves, that how much love you give to them, how much support, or how much physical or mental uh, resources you provide them, they're still not able to get it enough. They'll say, they'll always hope, not hope, they'll always seek something more out of it. And that is why people who are living with them, they feel a lot of trouble to fulfill others' desire, because they're endless. Another type of people, these are almost heroes in family or in society. They are unfamed heroes. They are satisfied people. They are saying ever enough. For them, this enough feeling comes from inside. Even if you will not love them, or even if you will allow them to do something like by their own, they'll say, wow, it's nice to do my by my own so that I can learn it. So these type of people having a strong personality, they are saviors, because they know how to get their work done, and they know how to help others. They know how to make others share their resources with her, no matter how much they are having. but they have a capacity to share. There are few qualities written in one slide here, and we will share this slide. In this slide, we show that how different these attitudes are. The first type of people with never enough attitude, they are always craving. It is not asking, or it is craving. They have a deep desire of something more, something extra. If you will give them a watch, they will say, look, I didn't want a watch, I actually want a dress. If you will give them a dress, they'll say, look, I want a bike. If you give them a bike, they'll ask for a car. And they will always think like, it is not progressive in their way, it is more demanding from others, showing their pity of um, scarcity. And all these type of people are not happy and less confident. In the sense, I'll come back to this line. These people are less confident. Why? Because they always say, I cannot do this because I'm not having this. If I will have this, I can do this. So for every time they are not able to complete the task, or before starting the task, they will always have a type of may excuse that because I'm not having this machine or this material, I cannot do this job. And always trying to save themselves, having a pity or self pity type of thing, and asking for more help from other side. This type of people makes the society, you know, uh, makes a weaker society, makes a society where there is nothing in abundance, where their people are always having a fight for resources. These type of people will have a scarcity inside their heart, and they create a scarcity outside for resources. Even if we provide them resources, then what will happen? They're not able to use it properly, firstly. And secondly, they may misuse it, they may waste it, and still the task not completed. And finally, excuse was given. The resource was not proper. I am good, but resource was not proper. So I have not complete the task. This attitude of person makes the other people around always working to fulfill their desire, and that trouble other people. If I have such, uh, I'm sorry, sorry. If I have such a attitude, then actually I need to understand that I am troubling others. Never enough is not in terms of progressiveness or efforts. People who make efforts and they are working for their development, if they say, now it's not enough for me, I will work more, that is a different perspective. We are not taking that perspective right now. So this is about resources and mental physical help from outside. Now the emotional aspect of never enough people. If you love them so much, if you will take care all the time, if you will take care about their requirements, so after that again they will say, look, I want, means if you will say good morning, good afternoon, good night to them, if you will ask, did you have your food all the time, then they will say, look, they didn't ask me whether I slept or not. So, emotional level, this never enough attitude is even worse. The other person feels trapped for the this person who has this never, because how much care you will give, that person will not able to receive your actual love, and the sense of scarcity will always keep lagging. So the person is not happy, he is not creating happiness ambience, and the whole ambience become rough. The other hand, the ever enough part, will see in slide. Those people with an attitude of ever enough, whatever I'm having, it's enough, it's good, it's much, it's abundance. So these people are coming from the core of abundance. Core of abundance. I am not saying that they have abundance in their life. No, they may not have. They may have two chapatis, but they have abundance feeling inside. Look, I every time, every meal, I get two chapatis. It's fine to share my one chapati with other right now because I'll get two chapati next meal also. So that's okay. So these people are generous. These people are benevolent. These people are happy with what is provided. These people, they understand others' uh, emotion more than what they are trying to suggest. These people are coming from the core of contentment, and that is why they are confident on themselves. Thanks for this line. These people who have attitude of ever enough, these people are always like they will say, like same thing. Somebody is saying good morning or good afternoon or messaging or asking for your goodwill, and one day the other person missed. So these people are confident or generous enough to ask that, hope you are well because I didn't get your call, so I was worried about you. So then these people become supports, heroes, pillars for others. Now it's time to check myself which side I fall. I fall in never enough attitude, or I am in ever enough, or sometimes this and sometimes this. Now, what I have to become in this time of pandemic, in this time where world is changing very fastly, way of communication, mentality, way of living is changing. Standards are changing now. At this moment, at emotional level, we have to join the team of ever enough attitude. What I have, what the other person is providing me, it's good, is enough. So, in that scenario, your hand will be like this. This is called data, data ka hath. So, this is in Gita, it is written like whether your hand is always in asking position or giving position. What is your position? So, if you are coming from the core of abundance, you are at giver's side, and giver is always greater than receiver. So, finally, if I tell you, summarize these things, there are two type of people: givers and receivers. What do you want to become? If you are always standing at receiver side, then you will have less of confidence. You are dependent on others' benevolence. You are dependent what they will give you, and then your happiness will be created accordingly. But if you are at giver side, you are responsible for your own happiness, and you are supplying happiness to others. You are creating a happy environment. Your level, your your actually position in society, in your life increases. So let's reflect. Let's think about it. Will meditate, and I'll ask you some questions and answer these questions inside your mind. How you are feeling about yourself. It is only a self checking. It is not basically meditation. But after this, we will meditate. This meditation is going to help you to understand your own attitude. So let's start. Sit quietly with your back straight, feet on floor, relaxed and attentive. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now ask yourself, am I satisfied with what I have received from God? Ask yourself, all my physical attainments, how do I look towards them? I compare them, or I enjoy the services provided by it. I compare them for their scarcity or weaknesses, or I enjoy the service. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, am I satisfied with my body? I thank my body that it supports me for everything. Or I always dream for a better face or a better body. For how many things I dream for. Now, think about your capacities, your skills. Do you appreciate yourself? Or you just boast about yourself? Sensibly, heartfully, do you appreciate yourself? Or egoistically, you always think that I am superior? Now think about a group of people with whom you live. Are you satisfied with them? Or you always think If he or she could not be like this, I could have done that. Or else, you thank God that these people are training me to be better in my life. Keep your eyes closed. Think about the room of inner consciousness. You're a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. You walk inside the forehead. As you walk in, you go deep in the room of inner consciousness. It's a small, tiny energy room where all your attitudes, your personality traits, everything is saved. Now, from here, you look towards the window inside your room of inner consciousness. Open the window. Outside this window, there is an infinite space. This is the space of supreme consciousness. In this infinite space, it's all clear, it's all white, it's limitless. You find God, another point of light, but very beautiful, very shiny, very bright, yet very cool. God's light enters in my consciousness through this window. And now my internal consciousness is feeling abundance inside. I am filled with God's love. I have God's company. So, no problem whether I have many things or less of things. I'm content. Come back to your forehead. Visualize you are the star. Open your eyes gently and come back. Okay, come back. Well, the sense of abundance is will come from sense of security. You know why we are in never enough mode, why we always crave more and more love from others, more respect. We always say they are not respecting me, they are not respecting me. So why we always crave for all these things more on emotional level? Because I'm not feeling the sense of security inside. More I meditate, more I go inside myself, more I connect with the divine, and more I have the strengthened connection. This helps me to feel that security, the confidence of my capacity, my uniqueness, that I'm unique. I can connect with God. He is there to give me. I don't need from others. Now, from there, looking from that aspect, that type of, uh, that face, then all these things, people's respect or everything, that looks very small. We will not wait for their means their approval or their support or something. Yes, their support is always welcome, but will not wait for it. And this attitude helps us to fight this time where I can live happily and I can help others to live happily, or no matter what are the resources, emotionally, physically available to me. The environment of fear, environment of insecurity is increasing every moment. It is important to develop sense of security. For that, Raj Yoga meditation, very, very important. And I hope you are meditating with some of the branches. And if not, you can meditate with us. We meditate with many different in different centers have different programs, or in fact we can have programs. So this is all we want to say about this this topic, never enough or ever enough. Thank you. Om Shanti.